everyone, welcome to my healthy addiction. My name is Sky and today we're going to go do our very first garden tour. Now I'm actually inside for the very moment. You can see my amazing cats here. I got another one right here. And I just want to show you guys that I planned this garden kind of where I could see it from my living room. So I have a full wall of windows and I'm so excited to see it. And when it like starts flourishing and everything, I could just look out this window and be like, wow, I did a good job. I actually didn't kill some plants this time. Alright, so I'm going to start at the front of my house. Buddy, your hat, you need that. Also, this is my son Jamie. He doesn't like keeping hats on, huh? Okay, so this is the very front. So these are all of my seedlings that I am slowly hardening off. They go into my porch for nighttime temperatures. So first tray here is like the death/test tray. So these are all the tomatoes that were doing like very bad inside. So I figured I'm just gonna stick them out, and if they survive, they survive. If they don't, they don't. I didn't really care too much on their survival. Looks like a few of them are doing all right. This is a banana pepper. It's doing bad. It keeps dying and then coming back and then dying and then coming back. So we'll see. Hopefully it does better in the ground. A lot of my peppers have suffered from edema as well, as you can see. The bumps are all edema. They're not bugs or anything. Right here, I've started a tray full of tomatoes. A lot of them are Amish paste because my other set that I tried, they just didn't make it. They weren't very great. But I've got some Amish paste. I've got some Golden Queen, Old German, and I tried Costoluto Florentino, but those never germinated for like, I've tried to germinate them like 4 times. So I don't know what, just they just don't want to germinate. I'll pick up your hat, monkey. Now this box here is some plants that my friend had given me. So this is Cupid's Dart. I haven't looked up what that looks like yet. There's I'm guessing Columbus maybe. She's got quite a few in there. I'm just gonna look it up and see if that's something that I want in my garden. There's watermelon, but I'm not sure if I want to grow this watermelon because I had literally just started a bunch of watermelon seeds indoors right before she gave me this. So I'm gonna have a lot of watermelon, or I don't know what to do quite yet. And then this last one is, I'm guessing, Dianthus, and that's what that looks like. She also gave me, which originally all that I had asked for are these. So these are Scotia Tomatoes. She thought that there was only one plant in here. There's 3 of them, so I'm going to separate them when I put them in the ground. Yesterday I left them outside a little bit longer than I wanted to, and I think they got a little bit of sun scald. My bad, but I'm sure they'll be fine. This is a Kajari Melon and another Kajari Melon right here. This is also another surprise that she had given me. It's chocolate cherry tomatoes. There's 2 of them in there. Honestly, I have no idea how I'm gonna have enough space to plant everything. This is a ground cherry, which I'm excited about because I have no ground cherry seeds. She gave me that as well. The rest of this I started myself. So this is Ancash Market cucumber, and I believe this is the same. Yes, this is the same right here. It looks like something was having fun on its leaves a little bit. Now this huge tray I started hardening off yesterday, and it's a jumble of everything. So I've got these giant vanilla marigolds that have started flowering. I've got these Gypsy Sunshine marigolds. I have a Golden Queen tomato, more Gypsy Sunshine. I got another Gypsy Sunshine over there. They just did really well indoors. This is King of the North peppers, so this one and this one. King of the North could hang on a little bit better for colder nights, so I'm going to start hardening those ones off and hope for the best. I'm really trying to make space inside and start bringing everything out. This is Genevieve's basil, a celery, and I actually bought this one. This one's a lavender plant here because I've tried last year. I literally tried planting an entire pack and not one single one germinated. I waited like 3 months and nothing sprouted. So I learned from that and I buy it. It was only like $3, so it's really not bad. Now let's move to the actual garden part. So this is the front of my house. It looks bad, really bad. I haven't done anything to it. Whatever is in here is from the previous owners from like 3 years ago. But there's a bunch of these bellflowers. So you see they're that color and they're also white. The bees absolutely love it, so I really don't touch this bed very much. It's full shade. I have a giant maple tree right in front of it, so the more it fills out, the more shaded this becomes. And I have a giant hosta here, and a little bit further down I have usually a hosta just as big. You can see a few of them starting to sprout quite frequently. In the summertime, the frogs love this, and I just literally let it go wild. Also, there's usually a tulip that sprouts right in the middle, but obviously it's done its thing. It's not looking so great, but I'm just letting it do its own thing. Now this is the actual main garden here. It goes the whole way to that tree line there, and I'll show you what I have planted back there. Excuse this mess, I still have to clean it up, but we'll take a closer look and I'll show you what I have planted. Now directly on the side of my house, me and my partner are going to buy a rose bush every year. So this is last year's right here. It's just coming out. I still have to mulch it for this year, and this one's the new one from this year. You can tell it's much more established. It's been in the greenhouse and I've mulched it quite heavily. I've only mulched probably like 3/4 of my plants right now. I'm just working on it. Whenever I have time, I add more. Now right next to this little teething monster, oh, where'd your hat go? I've got these raised beds here. Now this is a Black Beauty eggplant. I just transferred it outside about, I think, 2 days ago. And here are just a few tomato plants that I'm thinking about putting here. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to bury the stem probably up to here when I do plant them, just because they are quite big from being grown and started way too early. Right here I have some peas. Now I'm having a feeling that I started the peas too late. There should be sugar dwarf peas and another, I think it's like a gray pea of some sort that's growing here. I had 3 different clusters of plants, but I actually had dug them out and then put them back in, and I just didn't keep that one because a cat had pooped on it and it was looking really, really sad. Over on this end is 2 parsley plants. This is a flat leaf parsley and this is a curly leaf parsley. I also dug it up because this raised bed was only like this much soil in it, so I wanted to fill everything up while I had the chance. So I dug them up and put them back into the ground. These overwintered from last year, surprisingly. But the curly leaf seems to be doing really well, but the flat leaf, I don't know, some of it's struggling. It's not as tight as it used to be, but I'm sure it will bounce back. Now that's it for the first bed. For the second bed, I haven't planted anything yet. I'm thinking this will be the bulk of my tomatoes. I'm thinking. Right now, all I have is another Black Beauty eggplant and a zucchini. And right here I also have another zucchini and the rest of the bed is empty. I'm thinking probably peppers. Now this is the raised bed that I did actually fully plant. You can kind of see things sticking out. So I've got 3 different types of strawberries. You guys seen the unboxing video, and I planted it. I went to go record a video and then it started raining, so I have a little bit of footage of me planting them, but not much. So this is Fort Laramie, and I have the same strawberry planted the whole way down. All of them but these 2. These ones are Eversweet, Everbearing strawberries. This one is Seascape, so it's literally, I planted a whole row of it. And then the last one is Kent, and I planted a whole row of it. So some of them are looking like they're doing really, really good. So like they're shooting out new growth, especially this one. Wow, this one's doing really, really good. And intertwined, you can see that I've got like little, kind of looks like grass, but these are actually onions. Now I'm not sure if these onions are actually going to develop, because I have a feeling I planted them, well, started them way too soon, and I had them inside for a really long time, and it took me a really long time to actually finally transplant them. But that's that in between. I just heard that onions and strawberries grow well together, so I'm just trying that out. Now at the end of these beds over here, there's more. So I've got a pear tree, which is doing a lot better than the previous years. It hasn't flowered yet, and it's on its 3rd year. It's been struggling with pear slug every single year. I'm hoping I don't get it this year, but we'll see. And next to it over here, which I haven't mulched yet, is my peaches. So my peach tree, it's Red Haven peach. It produced a lot of flowers, so we'll see. Next to this pole here, there's some blueberries. It looks quite yellow. I'm gonna fertilize and see if that helps. I mulched it really well. It was competing really badly with all this grass. And I had another blueberry, but it didn't make it. Last year I didn't water anything. I'm really bad. But I think this one's called Northland Blueberry. I've got a Hascap berry that I just got this year, and I also did the unboxing of on my last video. This one's called Boreal Beauty Hascap. This one is called Boreal Blizzard Hascap. You can see. And then this one's my raspberry bush, which is doing quite well. Looks like it's actually starting to produce a few flowers here. Alright, so I just went to the front of my house to show you a couple more things that are up here. I'm not too sure what they are, but I find they're very, very beautiful. So I'm going to add them in this video too. And that's this. The flowers are starting to die off, but it's an entire huge bush. And when it first starts blooming, it's absolutely beautiful. I think I'm going to have to cut it back this fall because it's crazy huge. Like it's getting insane. And right next to it is this tree or bush or whatever it is. I'm not too sure. But in spring it makes the most beautiful peach-like, oh god. But in spring it makes the most beautiful peach-like flowers. And apparently the wasps love it. I have a wasp nest somewhere and I'm just not sure where it is, but they're everywhere. At least they'll help with pollination, right? But this tree or bush seems to have like fallen over and growing out this way. Last year, like it's probably grown a good chunk, because when we moved in, it was probably like, it probably grew like this huge length here. But yeah. Now that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, subscribe for more, and I will hopefully see you guys next week.